In this video, we're going to cover dealing with the power half, but it's in the gi. It's more common in no gi, and it's popularized by Gordon Ryan. I've stolen this technique from Jason Nolf because he is really good wrestler in America, and this technique should help when you're being controlled in this position. It's going to happen more and more in the gi. Because it is such an effective control. So it's when they control one half of your body on the lower end and then the opposite side on the upper body. So they have a hook in the ear, and then they have an underhook, and they have their hands connected, and they're driving your head into the center of your body. When they're here, you're extremely immobilized from escaping, and it's easy for them to turn you to your back, put in hooks, and secure back, or move to other attacks. The power halves really tough to deal with when people are putting weights for your head and they're really driving you to the floor. So when thinking about what you want to be doing in turtle, like when someone is on your back, they are already inside position, they have a hook inside, they have control of your shoulder, they have a lot, okay, and you don't have a lot, but you want to fall back on like real simple principles of get stable first, okay? Because if you are not able to hold your weight and stay, so if James is in the power half, okay, so if I look at the position, he has a lot of drive through his connection here over my shoulder, through my head, and he has a hook in on my leg, which keeps him in position. It doesn't do much more than that right now, but he can manipulate me with this hook also. So what I would be prioritizing here is just being stable. So I wouldn't go onto my head, I would go on my elbows, and I would just protect this hand changing from hands connected to a collar grip or a rear naked choke. So I would post on my elbows, so if James is trying to force my head down, I can fight it by posting or posting on my elbows. So I usually be like this. So we're stable. That's the first thing. So get strong. So if James is, when we're here, let your partners get here, and then James try to break me down. Okay, I can use this arm to close the space as well. I can lean on this so he can't drive me down and keep putting force through. And it's hard for him to connect his hands to his choking hand, so his right hand to the collar, because the space is blocked. If he comes over this side, it's okay, he's just in the same position. So get stable first. The second thing, he's really stable when he's on my back. Okay, so we're going to shift him off the center of our back. So I don't want him connected to me anymore. I want him starting to fall to one side. So if he's in position here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift him to one side by stepping up on my leg. Okay, now the pressure is greater here, but he's unstable. As long as I keep strong here, I can start to bring this arm over my head, and he can have his hands still connected if he wants. Once it's here, I can withdraw my hip into this far space as my head tucks inside. So see, as this comes over, there's a lot of, I'm able to then bring my hip into this space, which opens up a lot of maneuverability. So when he's here, get stable is the first thing, and safe. And then the second thing is destabilize him, like take him into a position where he is just hanging off the edge, you know, he's not controlling me, he's kind of just like hanging off. Okay, so that means he's not in full control, and if he wants to be back in control, he's going to put a hand on the floor, and that's going to help us. Now what we'll have to do is we can deal with this position, and it's going to be hard for him to submit us as well. So he has a choice, you know, he can post or he can stay hanging on. So if he's here and he's controlled, we're going to stand and shuck him off to the side, and now we're going to swim this arm over our head. Now we're still stuck, I can't get my head free, so I sit, and that's going to give me space inside his hip to then come up on top. Show it on the other side. So once I'm here, I'm still stuck, okay? And they can start reacting here as well, so we need to move fast. So we sit our knee in, and we sink and come up on top. Okay. So we're reversing the position here. We're now on top. They were on top of us. A lot of the time you can use your connections to reverse position, or you can create disconnect. So if he's behind me and he was the post, so anytime I shook, he's disconnected here. Now I just have to deal with this, and then same thing, I can sit away and face, but I'm on bottom still, where if he tries to stay connected, I can use that connection to then get on top. Okay, so slight differences. If he disconnects completely, or to one hand, we can separate in terms of guard, but they're usually going to be on top still, or we can pivot around their connection and force top position.